post-general election, we've started to see a little bit of an improvement in the trading conditions, particularly in prime central London, that was a bit exposed to the possibility of a mansion tax, and certainly is still dealing with the effects of the changes to stamp duty, which came through in December. But we're starting to see some positive signs that are arresting, I think, some of that weakness that we were seeing in the first half of the year.
Do you think it is just confidence in having a government, whoever it would have been, you know, that what you're looking at for the next 4 years?
Undoubtedly, that makes a big difference. I mean, having policy continuity and having a sense of a consistent direction of travel certainly provides a bit of support for the housing market. Ultimately, the fundamentals that underpin the housing market are really strong and improving economy, still quite low base rates, although that's likely to come out slowly towards the end of the year, early next year. But those supportive conditions are really helping the housing market really, you know, find its new level.
Your research did find a small drop in price for properties less than 2 million, is that right?
That's right. Well, so the area sort of below 2 million really wasn't as badly affected by the mansion tax. So actually we've seen some support still in that space. There's still some improving price activity in that space. It's the upper level that has seen some real weakness, and it's going to take some time to correct.
Now let's talk about the rental market, because is that as affected by sort of the pre-election build-up? You've seen it increase since.
Yeah, no, so the rental market, of course, is a little bit more sensitive to price movement. Obviously, the flexibility being able to move in and out of properties means that people can adjust their activities quite quickly. And so the rental market at the moment is characterised by higher levels of supply, so properties that have stayed on the market a bit longer, and as a result, renters seeing a bit more choice, certainly again in those prime locations, and being able to be a bit price sensitive and play one property off against another. It's not something we've seen a lot of in London over the past few years, but in prime London, yeah, a little bit of price sensitivity still in there. So rents are increasing, but only modestly.
And when we're talking about prime London, I mean, do we really see it as a very separate market to the whole of London?
Yeah, I mean, in many ways it is. It's certainly, clearly there's a relationship right across Greater London, but prime London is really orientated towards the globe as much as it is around the UK and London. And so what we're looking at with prime London is appetite from high net worths around the world for a bit of London property. And as that's waxed and waned with, you know, Eurozone crises or problems more recently in China, that can have supportive or negative impacts on what happens in prime London.